It's the Oakland A's versus the Cleveland Redacted back in 2013. The A's are down by 1 here in the ninth, and they really need to score a run. Leading off for the A's is young Josh Donaldson. Look at him up there. He is unfortunately going to strike out here. Next up is Derek Barton, who's going to ground out to first. So now it's 2 down. The Indians are 1 out away. They just have to get Adam Rosales out here. But Rosales is going to send that ball out to left field. It's going back, and it's off the top of the wall. Rosales is going to pull into second base, but was that a double? The A's manager Bob Melvin is going to come out now and say, hey, I think that was a home run. I'm going to challenge that call. And oh, look at that. It's Angel Hernandez who made that call. That is not a good sign, but at least we're going to get a review on this call. Now, the replay system back then was a little different than what we have today. The way it worked is, if a manager requested a challenge, then it would be the umpires who would review the replays and make that updated call. They would just go in a little room back here, all of them go together, and back there they'd be able to watch the home and away broadcasts on a TV. What kind of TV, you might be wondering? Well, this is the TV that they were actually using back in 2013. I mean, that is honestly embarrassing. That's a terrible TV. And keep in mind, the iPhone 5S came out in 2013. GTA 5 came out in 2013. There's just absolutely no reason for them to have the Michael Scott TV to review these really important plays. And that was the average stadium. Some stadiums had this approach. That is a 14-inch screen. That looks like something that should be like in a nuclear bunker or something. But anyway, that's what the umpires are looking at when reviewing this call. So in this stadium, all the ball has to do is get above the yellow line here to be a home run. So as we're watching this broadcast, there's nothing really conclusive yet. You know, it's a close call, but then all of a sudden, boom, we get this angle right here, and it is so obvious. The ball clearly hits the railing above the yellow line there. I'm not even altering this footage at all. This is exactly what was on the broadcast. And even the opposing team agreed that it was a home run.
Oh, it might be out of here. We may have a tie game.
That looked like on the replay, it might have hit the railing above the yellow line.
I think it did. Yep.
Yeah, it sure
did. We're going to have a tie game.
So this should be pretty open and shut. Here come the umpires. What's going to be the call? And oh my gosh, Angel's pointing to second base. It is not a home run. How is that possible?
No.
Oh my goodness gracious.
No. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. What did they not see in that? And that's a home run. Sad. They did review it and they can't see it. That is sad.
How can we have a better replay that they don't see?
That's right.
And to make matters worse, the A's are not going to be able to score that inning, so they lose the game because of this call. Now, after the game, the A's are going to voice their displeasure in the most 2013 way possible, and that's by firing off some tweets, believing rightfully so that Angel robbed them of the win that game. Of course, manager Bob Melvin was furious, and this actually led to a broader discussion across all of sports media, just bashing Hernandez for that terrible call. But what did Angel Hernandez himself say after the game? He said, quote, "It wasn't evident on the TV that we had that it was a home run. I don't know what kind of replay you had, but you can't reverse a call unless there's 100% evidence, and there wasn't 100% evidence." Now, I might have given the guy the benefit of the doubt considering how bad those TVs are back there, but the MLB quickly shut that down. They blatantly called Angel out the very next day saying, "Given what we saw, we recognize that an improper call was made." So MLB clearly did not like that Angel was blaming the replays, and they also didn't like that they were taking so much heat about this call and their instant replay policy in general, which was clearly far behind the times. So just 3 months later, Commissioner Bud Selig announced that the league had agreed on a brand new framework that would significantly expand the replay system. So under the new system, a ton of different calls could be reviewed, which was a huge improvement. But the even bigger change is that now all replays would be reviewed by a team in New York, not the umpires. In other words, if a manager asks for a review, it's a 100% guarantee that someone other than Angel will make the final call. Now, how do we know that Angel's call directly led to this rule being changed? Well, obviously there was a lot of discussion in the league by 2013 about needing a better instant replay system. Before the season, you had the infamous Galarraga perfect game, which was ruined on the last play of the game, but the Tigers weren't allowed to challenge that call under the existing rules. And during that very season, there had already been plenty of blown calls, so certainly a revamped system was gaining steam. But the difference is, all those other situations were about what calls you could challenge. Nobody was asking for New York to make the calls instead of the umpires. That is, until this call from Angel. So because of that, it doesn't really seem like a coincidence that just a few months after this terrible call was made, the league changed the rules so that something like this could never happen again.